This is Baruch here. We're at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel. I'm your lift manager, and we're going to try to do something to help, to fight during this time of the 3 weeks. You see what's going on in the political landscape in the United States and the war that's continuing on in Israel and the lack of support. But there's something that we can do. Kabbalists all hold and have always held that the secret to our survival and our blessings comes from Pneumius, the inside, not the outside. We're not going to conquer the Temple Mount with an army. That's not in the cards. We're going to conquer the Temple Mount from beneath the Temple Mount. That's where the Mashiach will come from. How that works, I don't know, but everything will work from the bottom to the top. Now here's something that I'd like to show you. To a certain extent, it fits better, just a certain extent, in the last part we're about to see. But let's look over here and see what he says. He says that if you do this pattern that he's about to explain to us, you could do a tremendous amount to sweeten the dinim that are coming our way, and they are coming. And he says like this, when in the Shemona Esrei, when you get to the bracha of Baruch Atah Hashem Mogen Avraham, the chavaya that's there. Now this is found in the Matok B'Devash Siddur, which could be either Ashkenaz or Sephardi, or Nusach Sfard, or it could be also, and more prevalently, in the Sephardi Siddur, the Edus Mizrach and the Sephardi Siddur. But at any rate, when you say the word Baruch Atah Hashem Mogen Avraham, this is what the name looks like. He says that the way to sweeten this name, and to sweeten everything, is by moving all the letters one notch to the right. So instead of Yud K Vav K, it becomes Taf Daled Hey Daled. So those are the letters that are come before Yud K Vav K. Then he comes over here and he says, now the next bracha is Mechayim Mesim, Baruch Atah Hashem Mechayim Mesim, Shetoyer. So this is like, he has this word that should shine, this name, Yud K Vav K, but now it has different nikudos. El Hatamurasam to their switch, and switch them to the letters that are to the left. Those are the osios shala acharei. Okay, so switch it like this. So this is what he says. You want to sweeten the dinim at this time, you have to concentrate on this combination. Then to end up, he says that you take the next bracha, which is a Kel HaKadosh, Shetoyer, that it should shine, that is this name, Yud K Vav K. And that's what he say it should shine L into a switch of the names using a cipher, which is a code that you see a lot in Kabbalah. You don't have to really get into what it is, but it comes out to be the name Matz. We pronounce this Matz. It is actually the Gematria 300. Now this is important. And he says that what do you get when you say Hakel HaKadosh? You have in mind that this name should shine into its switch. So what you had is, this is very similar to what we talked about before for you, those of you who are interested in Kabbalah, the concept of the 3 lines. This is the right line, right? Everything moves to the right. That this name should shine into the letters to the right. This is the left line. Everything should shine into the letters to the left. And this is the middle line, which is this cipher called Matz, which it's called Atbash, where you take the Aleph and you switch it to a Taf, and you take the base and you switch it to a Shin, and you go like that until, if you take these, it comes out to be these letters. Now, the concept is we went right, left, and center. We created the balance scale. Now he writes like this, Yikavim ki osius ritzei, right? Because in the middle of the, when you get to the end of the Shemona Esrei, you start with the word ritzei, is all the same letters as Sarah. Sarah means pain and suffering. So it's also the gematria of, there is a milui, for those of you who know Lul Kabbalah, there's a milui of the name Elokim, which comes out to be the gematria of 295. That's the milui of Hayin. It's called the milui of Hayin. So there's a way to do that. I don't know if I should go into it right now of how you get to that. If you know it, then you got it. V'yachaber imo, the name Adni. Okay, so you take Elokim. Elokim is Lashon din. So din, using the hayin, hay is the concept of malchus. V'yachaber imo Adni, and you put it together with the name Adni. Adni also refers to malchus. If you do that, if you take the name Elokim, the hayin, which is 295, and you add onto it the name Adni, which is 65, it's going to give you to the number Shin Yud Dalet, Shin Yud Nun, which is 360. So apparently now the world is 360 degrees around. This is the world of circles, and so that we're saying come to 360. This has the power to be able to sweeten dinning. Then he says, V'yakavein laham tikkun begimel shemos. The idea is like this, that you're going to take these two names, which are dinim, punishments, and this is a difficult time, Elokim and Adni, and you're going to take them and you're going to sweet them, begimel shemos, shekivim bechem begimel brachos rishonas, these first three brachos that we said before, which is up here in the top. And the idea is you're going to sweeten all those dinim, that is the Elokim of Hayin, and the name Adni. The Elokim of Hayin is 295, and Avi's Adni is 65. Put them together, what do you get? You get 360. That's the circumference of a circle. V'yakavi lahamtiku begimel shemos. So the idea is like this. Those dinim, we're going to be mekaveh to sweeten them with Gimel's the name of these three names. We'll call it Tad, Koz, and Matz. Those three names. We're going to use those names. The concept is to sweeten the dinim of Havaya and of Adni and Elokim of Hayin. So v'yachaver imo Adni. Oh, we said that already. V'yakavi laham tikkun begimel shemos shekave bechem gimel barachos rishona, that they correspond to the three first brachos. Shagam haim gematria, because if you add up these names, they're going to come to 362. So take your time, add them up. And now he shows it to you. He says, take these three names, Tad, Koz, and Matz. Gematria Shin Yud Nun, which is 360. You had to add a kolel in there also. Kolel means the root. You add it in, it comes to 360. And then you have these two names. This is see, he did it for us. So this is the Elokim of Hain, and you put it together with Adni, and the idea is these names are going to sweeten these names. These are the names of Din. And how, what does this do? It takes the word sorrow, which means pain, and punishment. You could change it to Rachmim, and to change this name, which is Ritzeh, which means acceptable. Now, there's another one. We're going to see it in a minute, or maybe in the next year, because we're running out of time. In the end, in the Sfardi Siddur and the Matuk Medevash, I'm not sure about the Matuk Medevash, but in the Sfardi Siddur, it's always the end of the brachos is Sim Shalom. So he wants to say that sin, the word, the shin, or the sin, is also composed of these names, because shin, if you spell it out, it also comes out to the number 360. So you're back to 360 again. You had to add the kolel in. The Barosha table shall sin. So if you take those letters of shin, that's the Rosh table, which is the shin, or the sin, you get to 360. And then you take the next word, which is shalom, and you put it together once again with the names of dinim, this is the name of Elokim spelled out. Comes to Gematria 95 or 295. Add on to 65, you get back to Shin again. The Barosha table shall shalom. Va'os, in other words, the Rosh table, which is Shin. Va'od ki tevos sim shalom. If you took those two together, they come to the Gematria of 2 Shinim. What do we know about the Shinim? Va'od vav yiserim, and then add there's but if you add it up, it's not just 365, it's really 371. So how do you work that out? Keneged vav shemos. So it corresponds to these 6 names. The names are what? Havaya, that's Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, our regular Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, which is going to shine into these names. And then Tad, Koz, and Matz. Then you take, which we just went through, And then you take the name of the din, which is Aleph Lamed Fe, Lamed Mem Daled, Hey Hey, Yud Vav Daled, Mem Mem, add on the Adni, and they all come to the idea is to take the 360 and sweeten the dinim that are also generate the 360. This is something that anybody can do. You have to look at a little bit. You have to realize that in Ashkenaz, I'm not sure about Nusach Svard, but in Ashkenaz, it's Shalom Rav, so it doesn't work in Ashkenaz. A lot of Kabbalistic things really don't work well in Ashkenaz, but they do work in Nusach Svard and Sfardi. This is Baruch Fleischman. You're listening to the Tikkun Elevator Kolo.